The Roman Empire, a colossal entity that once sprawled across 3 continents and swayed the course of history. Imagine a realm so vast, it touched the sands of Africa, the snowy caps of Europe, and the fertile lands of Asia. Its influence, as profound as the mighty Tiber River, flowed into every crack and crevice of the known world. The grandeur of Rome, with its monumental architecture, its mighty legions, and its complex network of roads, was a testament to human ambition and ingenuity. Even today, we see the echoes of Rome in our laws, our languages, and our culture. From the Latin we study in school to the republics that shape our world, Rome's fingerprint is inescapable. The Roman Empire, an architectural marvel, a military powerhouse, a cultural behemoth, it was a spectacle of human achievement and a stark reminder of the transience of power. So how did this monumental empire rise and fall? Let's delve into the annals of history. Rewind to the 8th century BC, where it all began with the founding of Rome. Picture a pair of twins, Romulus and Remus, abandoned and then raised by a she-wolf. This mythical tale sets the stage for the birth of Rome, a city destined for greatness. Yet this was not a peaceful beginning. Legend tells us Romulus ended up killing his brother Remus, and thus Rome got its name. Fast forward a couple of centuries to 509 BC. Rome shakes off the shackles of monarchy and a new form of government emerges, the Roman Republic. It was a bold experiment in democracy, where power was shared among elected officials. This was a radical concept, and a significant departure from the autocratic rule of the kings. The Roman Republic laid the groundwork for the empire, setting the stage for a power that would conquer the known world. The dawn of Rome had broken, and its light was just beginning to shine. The Roman Republic, however, was not destined to last. For more than 4 centuries, Rome had been a republic, with power held by the Senate and the people. But as Rome expanded, the old ways began to buckle under the weight of a growing empire. Enter Julius Caesar, a man with ambition, charisma, and a knack for military strategy. He'd been making a name for himself in the provinces, and he wasn't about to let the Senate stand in his way. Caesar took the audacious step of crossing the Rubicon River with his army, a direct challenge to the Senate's authority and a move that sparked a civil war. This was a turning point, a moment where the fate of Rome hung in the balance. The civil war raged, but in the end, Caesar emerged victorious. He became dictator for life, effectively ending the Republic. But his reign was short-lived. In a twist of Shakespearean proportions, Caesar was assassinated by a group of senators on the Ides of March, 44 BC. With Caesar's death, Rome was once again plunged into civil war. But out of this chaos, a new figure emerged: Octavian, Caesar's adopted heir. Octavian was shrewd, patient, and ruthless when he needed to be. He defeated his rivals, including the famous Mark Antony and Queen Cleopatra of Egypt, and rose to become the most powerful man in Rome. But Octavian, who would become known as Augustus Caesar, was different from his adoptive father. He understood that Rome needed stability, not another dictator. So he cleverly presented himself as a restorer of the Republic. Yet, in reality, he held all the power. He was Rome's first emperor, and under his rule, the Roman Empire was born. The Republic had been transformed from a system of shared power to an empire with one man at the helm. And what an empire it was, stretching from Britain to Egypt and from Spain to Syria. With Augustus Caesar, the Roman Empire emerged, ready to etch its name in history. This was just the beginning of an era that would shape the course of Western civilization. The Roman Empire didn't just survive, it thrived. Now let's dive into the Golden Age of Rome, a period known as Pax Romana, or Roman peace. Spanning from the reign of Augustus in 27 BC to that of Marcus Aurelius in 180 AD, this era was a time of relative peace and stability. But don't let the name fool you. The Pax Romana wasn't about Rome taking a breather, kicking back, and sipping some Italian wine. No, Rome was bustling and constantly on the move. This was a time of massive achievements, not just in terms of territorial expansion, but also in architecture, culture, and military might. Let's take a moment to marvel at the architectural wonders of this era. The Colosseum, the Pantheon, the aqueducts, these were not just structures. They were symbols of Roman grandeur and ingenuity. They were the tangible proof of Rome's dominance, standing tall and proud, defying time and elements. And then there was the culture. The Pax Romana saw the rise of some of the greatest minds in history. We're talking about the likes of Virgil, Ovid, and Seneca, whose works in literature, philosophy, and the arts helped shape the very fabric of Western civilization. But what's an empire without its military prowess, right? The Roman legions were the backbone of the empire, maintaining order and security. They were the guardians of the Pax Romana, ensuring that the flame of Rome's golden age kept burning brightly. Yet, as Rome reveled in its glory, the seeds of its eventual downfall were being sown. Internal strife, corruption, and an overextended military were slowly but surely gnawing at the foundations of the empire. But as the saying goes, all that glitters is not gold. The empire was heading towards its decline. But that's a tale for another scene. For now, let's bask in the radiant glow of Rome's golden age, a period that forever etched its mark on the annals of history. From the peak of prosperity, Rome was on a downward spiral. It wasn't a sudden plummet, but a slow, agonizing descent into oblivion. The factors leading to the fall of the Roman Empire are as numerous as they are complex. But let's break them down. First up, economic crises. The empire had grown too large, too fast, and maintaining such a vast territory was bleeding the treasury dry. The coinage was devalued, leading to rampant inflation, trade was disrupted, unemployment soared, and the once thriving economy was in shambles. Next, military overspending. Rome's military might was legendary, but it came at a cost. Maintaining legions across the empire was a financial behemoth, and recruitment became a challenge. The reliance on foreign mercenaries who had little loyalty to Rome further weakened the military structure. Then there was the internal strife. Power struggles, political corruption, and a series of inept emperors created instability and chaos. The once unified Rome was divided, both geographically and ideologically. In the midst of this turmoil, Rome faced external threats. The Visigoths, a Germanic tribe, had been seeking refuge within the empire's borders, but mistreatment and betrayal led them to revolt. In 410 AD, they sacked Rome, a blow from which the city never fully recovered. Fast forward to 476 AD, the last Roman emperor, Romulus Augustus, was dethroned by the Germanic king Odoacer. The fall of Rome was not marked by a single cataclysmic event, but by a series of tremors that shook the empire to its core. The empire that once commanded the world had fallen, but its legacy was far from over. The fall of Rome marked the end of an era, but the echoes of its grandeur, its laws, its culture, and its innovations still reverberate through the corridors of time. The Roman Empire may have crumbled, but it left behind a legacy that continues to shape the world we live in today. The Roman Empire may have fallen, but its echoes resonate even today. It's as if the ghost of Rome itself whispers in our ears, reminding us of its grandeur, its triumphs, and its tragedies. Let's start with governance. The Roman Republic, before it transitioned into an empire, was a pioneering experiment in the world of politics. It gave us a model for representative government, where elected officials, not monarchs, held the reins of power. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? That's because the founding fathers of the United States were deeply inspired by the Roman Republic when they drafted the Constitution. Then there's law. Roman legal principles, from the concept of innocent until proven guilty to the idea that laws should be written and accessible, have found their way into legal systems across the globe. But the legacy of Rome isn't just confined to dusty law books or the hallowed halls of government. It's etched in stone, in the arches, domes, and concrete that define our cityscapes. The Romans were master engineers, and their architectural innovations continue to be used and admired. And let's not forget language. Latin, the language of Rome, may not be widely spoken today, but it lives on in the Romance languages: Italian, Spanish, French, Portuguese, and Romanian. Even English, though not a Romance language, owes a significant debt to Latin. Finally, culture. The gladiator games, the epic poetry of Virgil, the philosophy of Seneca, the political treatises of Cicero, all of these have influenced our understanding of entertainment, literature, philosophy, and political theory. So you see, Rome never really fell. It evolved, it transformed, it permeated the fabric of our world in ways both big and small. It's in the words we speak, the buildings we inhabit, the laws we abide by, and the stories we tell. The Roman Empire, a testament to the heights humanity can reach and the depths to which it can fall, continues to shape our world centuries after its fall.